Hey guys, another episode behind the scenes. We are constantly being asked what was the outcome of Moab. So for people playing along at home, as I scratch my nose, it was a pick. It was a scratch. It wasn't a pick. What is the line from Seinfeld? We were invited out to Moab. You all know that story. And Can-Am invited us out to go ride Defenders, Can-Am X3s, and Maverick Rs. And we were invited. We're the only UTV channel. We're the only UTV-based influencer YouTube channel. Everybody else was a Jeep guy, an overlanding guy. There was a whole bunch of different people out there. So I was honored to be invited out there. Now, we also got to ride with Dustin Jones. There's one more video I got to put up, which is him taking me for a nice ride in the canyon. Nice, safe ride. I had asked questions of like, hey, do we, what do we do after this? Are you looking for a brand ambassador? Can we use test vehicles? Can we request a test vehicle to do some testing in the Northeast? I'd love to do some stuff like that. So I want to see really what the outcome is. But the way I look at it is there's 6 influencers, including us. We all made 1, 2, 3 videos. Some people made just a single video of the experience, 30 minutes, and that was it. We made several 30-minute videos, which I know may be long for some people, but I do want to share the experience because S3 Power Sports, they went crazy with having drones chasing us and video, and they did a great job, and the video looks top-notch. I mean, it looks like Discovery Channel video. So when we put it up there with ours, you can tell which is which, but it's still just a great experience that we had up there. All right, I'm trying to make sure the camera does not fall while I'm driving. She should be mounted better. Either way, the whole discussion became, well, what is this all for? And they were tight-lipped, but I can only imagine that, from a marketing standpoint, we're a small channel. We're like 60,000 followers. All the other influencers had like 170, 240, 500,000, 1 million, and 2.5 million. So if you took all that, maybe it equals 4.5 million or 4.7 million. So with all those people, what you're doing is you're opening up the eyes for other people to come into either the BRP challenge or to buy a Can-Am, and I totally get it. So that may be the end of the story. That may be the end of it. My guess is that they'll all sit in a conference room and they all will discuss the numbers. I'm sure they spent about $100,000 on the actual cost of having us, flying us out there, putting us up, doing all that, which I appreciate. So I'm sure that somewhere a bean counter is going to be like, all right, we spent $100,000, what do we get out of it? And I don't know if they'll know right away. They may not know right away. They're going to look at my videos, they're going to look at all the other ones, Wrangler Star, The Story Till Now, Riding Zone, JM on Cars, and Down to Mob. They're going to look at all of them, and they're going to see what kind of views they got. And they're not giving us any tracking video. They're not giving us any particular link. But we'll have to, theoretically, they could do tracking and see where links come from, and do they come from these 6 of us influencers? Maybe not. I'm hoping that they all sit in a conference room and they come back and they say, all right, who was a great person to work with, professional, we like their videos, they like all our videos, who played by the rules, who was charismatic, who highlighted the vehicles, who was able to communicate to the viewer in a proper manner, and they'll probably have a couple other things like who's a good speaker, who's youthful. I don't know if I was the oldest one there, but it probably was. So, I'm sure they want some young, hot person, selling Sea-Doos and Wave Runners well, that's not a Can-Am brand. Lynx is a snowmobile model of Sea-Doo and Can-Am that I never knew was. I saw it on the BRP Experience thing. I never knew what a Lynx was. To me, a Lynx is an old Atari handheld gaming toy. So anyway, that shows my age as well. Either way, we hope that we will get a call back, and I'd love to go to King of Hammers with them. I would love to be able to do a test vehicle, you know, maybe send me a HD Defender Limited for a period of 2 months over the winter, and we can go ahead and, you know, do testing on the rockiness and the temperature and all that kind of stuff. I would love to do that. Now, in some discussions that I had with them, yeah, we got to put a project plan together and figure out what kind of story we want to tell, and who are we targeting, and what's the plan, and what's the deliverables, and all that. So I totally get it. You know, unless you're Mr. Beast or, you know, Whistling Diesel, they're not going to just send you a unit and say, let us know how you do. They want some granularity, they want some accountability, they want you to be able to help them and promote a little bit of the off-road world with that model. So I don't know what's going to come of it. I would hope that I would get some more communications from them when they're done with their analysis, and we all will be able to, you know, go ahead and, people are just driving like slow today, and people will be able to see more of me. That would be great. I'd love to be a brand ambassador. If you would like me, Can-Am, to go ahead and take a ride around the country and visit these BRP experiences and do a bit of an episodic type of review, I'd be more than happy to. I'd love to do it. I haven't seen all the country, and I haven't seen much of Canada, and internationally I've been to a couple different places. I have my passport and I got all my shots. So Can-Am, please, if you're interested in and it worked well, let me know. I would love to be able to take a ride. That's pretty much all we know. You know, as we know from our past history, we were able to do some riding with Kyle from Off-Road Consulting, and he is a Can-Am HD7 owner, and he's able to do recovery training out in the field. So who knows, maybe we get an HD11 Limited and do some recovery out at AOAA over the winter. I think that would probably be pretty good. I could definitely get my hands on a few more cameramen who are willing to do the job and be able to enjoy a lot of what there is to do about filming an episode. Either way, that's my thought on that. I do want to thank Can-Am and BRP Experience and High Point Hummer and Dustin Jones and everybody, and thanks again. Even though I didn't get any mentions from any of the other influencers, I'll thank them. All right, so thank you for allowing me to interview you. I know I didn't get any shout outs or any mentions. Everyone probably knows how to do a mention on YouTube, but I didn't get any. So for whatever reason, nobody shouted out to the Beaten Trail. So either way, I would love it if Can-Am highlighted some of the videos for the world and we got a shout out. That would probably make for an awesome bit of promotion for us. All right, we're getting towards the end of our 10-minute mark, and I will just say, yeah, let's keep leaving comments on all my videos. Let us know. Watch the Can-Am videos from Moab, Utah, and tell us what you think. Please leave a decent comment on there. Like it, share it with your friends. I'd really appreciate it if you did that. And let's see what happens with Can-Am. It would be great to be able to do that and find out a little bit more. So thanks again for watching, and yeah, we'll see you out there on the trail. Thanks.